So hello and welcome. This is Erica Glessing, and you're joining me for the Erica Glessing Show, where you receive 8 minutes of daily inspiration for entrepreneurs and lightworkers. And my next guest is really a wonderful contribution on the planet. She has a wellness business in Colorado. She does long-distance coaching and bodywork lessons. She holds workshops and retreats. She's a lot of fun, and she's a #1 international best-selling author for the new book, Earth Healing. Welcome, Gabrielle Lugo.
Hi, Erica. How are you?
I'm all right today. Life is really interesting. It's never, ever boring, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so tell me kind of what this year means for you right now and what kind of inspiration is going on with you. What can you recommend for our listeners who'd like to get more inspired?
This year it's a clean slate for me. And I think for a lot of people starting in life anew, maybe, I'm so excited to see what happens. There's such a lightness to this year that I just have that funny feeling in my stomach, the butterflies when I think about it. So I'm excited for it. Inspiration is anything outdoors for me. I was feeling kind of, glum on New Year's Eve. And so I listened to my body and I took it outside and I went on this wonderful hike. And I encountered 2 trees that called to me. And they were, had to have been hundreds of years old. And they were just beautiful. One was an aspen and one was I'm not sure what the other one was. But it's just such a great way to ground yourself when you're feeling that way, and bringing yourself back into the present moment. So anytime you can get outside and hike and just, stick your feet on the ground, I think is a great way to inspire yourself.
I love it. Thank you so much for that. One of the things that I look at in 2018, it looks to me like a lot of the people who do sort of light work or wellness work, I am just getting this huge leap. Like there'll be this opportunity for people to make leaps and really make shifts in like how they get things done or what they do, or starting to do more of what you love. That whole shift. I love the January energy on the planet because days start to get longer and we're really shifting more into light. In this country they do. I guess it's winter in some other countries. But if you could just comment on how someone could kind of have shifts happen with more ease. What are some things we can do to kind of change with less stress or change with less, angst?
One of the things is just acknowledging what your body is feeling and what you're feeling. I know for me, I feel a lot of when I'm in transition and things are changing and it's really intense, I feel wonky in my body. And acknowledging that and maybe journaling about it always helps me to kind of answer the questions that I'm having without, having to go to someone and ask. Because the answers are always within you.
I know, right? Like,
yeah.
People don't really understand that when sometimes I teach things and I'll be like, well, what do you get? I'll be like, well, what do you know? Or what is your knowing for you? Because like when you're talking about trees, that works great. If you're in the middle of New York City and there's not that many trees right in your first thing, then do something that helps you connect. Maybe it is going to an outdoor garden. Or maybe it is just looking up at the clouds and having a chat with the moon. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, or even, if you're in a city like that, the landscape of the city, the buildings, the architecture too. The buildings are built with materials from the earth, and admiring that as well. I love city skylines. they're beautiful as well. Another thing that is great, and I've been doing a lot of reading about it lately, is it's called earthing, where you actually put your bare feet on the earth. And that is supposed to help balance the energy in your body. You just do it for 20 or 30 minutes a day. There's some great videos out there about it too, earthing.
Well, I love that. So why don't you tell us about your chapter in the book, Earth Healing? Tell us a little bit more about your actual creation.
Yeah, my chapter is about a time in my life when I was having really a difficult time in my body and couldn't breathe. And in that moment of desperation, I kind of threw everything up in the air and said, okay, what am I supposed to do now? And I had no expectation. I had no idea what would come back at me. And I just knew I needed to go on this trip to a place where I was close to where I was born and grew up. And it just happened very organically. And I followed the energy. Wow. And just worked with the earth along the way.
Okay, hold on for one sec.
So my chapter is about a time in my life when I was having physical issues with my body and I couldn't breathe. And I got to a point where I didn't know what to do. And so I just kind of asked the universe for help. I completely let go and just went into that place of surrender. And what I got back was, that there was healing for me at a place where I was, a place close to where I was born. And so within days, I threw together a little trip and followed the energy of where the earth wanted me to go, because I knew this was an earth healing for me. And it was one of the most interesting and profound journeys I've ever taken, with the signs along the way, with being held by the earth, with, recovering a fragment of myself.
Wow.
in a field, that
yeah.
I wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have just, let go like I did and allow the earth to show me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Gabrielle. I'll include the link to the book Earth Healing in our episode description. And how else can we reach you and find out more about you?
My website's currently under construction, but it is rememberyourmagic.me. And my information will be on there in about a month or so.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.